Hi everybody, and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. This is week 5 in my crossword puzzle collage challenge. And if you are participating or you'd like to participate, when you create a crossword puzzle collage, I'd love to have you use the hashtag 2023 CW collage, all right, for crossword collage. So I do have a few gals participating, and what I will do is I'm going to put their links in my description below, and then you could check out to see the collages that they have created. But it is quite fun, and if you're new to my channel, it's real easy. If you want to participate, you can get a crossword puzzle book such as this here. I use the large print. And the only requirements, you can use whatever ephemera you want to use. I'm using items that I have been hanging around here for a long time, images that I want to use, like all of these patterned paper doll gals. And I don't make enough junk journals to use them up, and I don't want to use them all on my scrapbooking pages for family photos, obviously. So I decided to make a book, and it will be a journal, long at last. And I'm covering the left-hand side where all the oh my goodness, that's a tongue twister, where all the crossword puzzle clues are. And then I'm just going to use the paper here on the left to do my journaling or add photos and a little story or whatever. So I do have an original video if you want to go back. I believe I've made a playlist of these. If not, I will, and you can go back and check them out. So for week 5, I have a calendar, and you can see how far behind I am in flipping my pages. This is June 26. But I purchased this just for the sayings. Growing up is when you go from using drugs for fun to using drugs for survival. Yeah, some people do that. Honk if you want to see my finger, which you can't do that anymore because you'll probably be targeted and shot. But there was a day that used to happen quite a bit. Always keep a bottle of wine in the fridge for special occasions like Wednesday. So they're all real snarky sayings. This is June 3rd. Let's take this off of here. I always carry a little crazy with me. I never know when I might need it. So some of these I toss in the garbage, and some I do keep. And I like to use them in some of my collage art, diet day 1. I have removed all the bad food from the house. It was delicious. So I always set those aside. I go through them. I pitch the ones that I don't like or I don't think that are fitting, that I would want to use. And I do keep the ones that I like and I think I could have some fun with. So you can probably see here, I cut the words out of one, and it says, "Thank you for always being there for me when I couldn't afford a therapist." So I added that to my collage because I thought it would be fun, because I have these two gals here. And it almost looks like, I know she's touching the brim of her hat, but it's almost like she's putting her hand up to have her girlfriend whisper in her ear. And I wanted to use these two, and I thought the saying would be a lot of fun. But the first thing I'm going to do, usually I don't do this. I always fill my crossword puzzles in, and I don't know if I said it before, but the only stipulation in creating one of the crossword collages is that you have to put a title or a theme or words that match your collage. Like this one here, I put special times. Just looks like these ladies are out having a special time. What were some of the other ones? Ladies of leisure, because I put here life is good. So you just need to put some sort of title. I must have the others toward the back here. This one I did Breakfast at Tiffany's, Romantic Comedy, New York City, Holly, because I wanted to use the gals here in their aprons. And so I tied that in with the Breakfast at Tiffany's theme. So that's the only must that you should do when you're doing a crossword collage is make a title or a theme and fill it in here. So these gals, I want to cut out, I don't know if I want to cut out any more. I don't think I do, because I don't want the crossword puzzle popping up behind them. So I'm going to get them down straight away. And you can use whatever, I like saying that like a 16-year-old. Do we even have Valley Girls anymore? That was a thing back in the day. But you can use whatever you have hanging around. And the whole idea of these collages is to use up items that you typically don't use or you don't have a chance to use, you'd like to use, but you just can't fit them in other type of collage work or paperwork that you do. So that's why I started this book, to use items that I have hanging around that I like using. There, I'll just trim her little, she probably just had a pedicure and I just ruined her toenail. All right, so my two gals are down and I have these cute little frames that you can cut out. I've already cut one out. This went in here like that, and it's a whole series, and then you can cut them out and use them up. This one I want to use like this. I want to put these S&H green stamps, and these are an old vintage stamp that I'm sure a lot of you know about the S&H green stamps if you grew up when I did. And this is another, I don't use these enough, and I think it's just fun to add them in little pieces that you do. And I'm going to just put that right up there. So I'm trying, on this one here, I'm trying to have it come down and around. Now, I have this little piece here, and then I have this flower that's been hanging around. I have these cute little stickers. These are tulips. I have more S&H green stamps that I want to tie in. All right. And then I have a little piece of ephemera to use. I have another yellow flower. I thought that would be kind of fun for her yellow dress. And then I have this bird. I really like this bird, and I thought he would look great in there. But I also have this here that I've never used. And I thought I might try to incorporate this some way. But again, I'm going to have to cut it down because I don't think I would like it. I don't want it down around here, I don't believe. I want to try to leave this white. So I have to think about this. My green stamps. I have to move this over. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, well, I know where my wording is going to go, so I can kind of work around it. um, sometimes I have a plan and then it gets changed up. And I really want to put these flowers here. Because again, I'm trying to, where's my tweezers? I'm trying to bring it down, around, and up a little bit. Let's see. And then this, I want the bird. I would really like the bird perching on this. I think maybe like that. I don't know how far. Maybe like that. I need to get the glue off of my, because it makes everything, when I have glue on the end of these, it just kind of moves everything around. And then I thought, I don't want so much white in there. I thought maybe adding this there. But I also need some color down here. Ay, 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 ay. Or I'm wondering if I should cut this in half. And then maybe work with it. Work with it like this, with this in the background, but I don't know. Kind of like to keep the background white. What do you think? I wish I could hear everybody. Because if I put, of course, if I put a little bit down here in the corner and left this white up here, that might not be bad either. So maybe what I will do, maybe I'll add just a little bit of this. Let's cut around this, get this green out of here. Maybe if I just add a little bit of that, that might be good. That might be a little different. I mean, for heaven's sakes, it's just a collage. It's not like I'm making a masterpiece to sell or show, right? And I guess if I don't like it, I can always cut another one of these. So let's do that. So if we're going on this side, so I hope everybody's having fun in their craft room and you are happy with what you're working on. It's another day of rain here. I'm telling you, this has not been a good summer at all. My granddaughter is here from Florida, and She's hanging out mostly with my son. They get along really, really good. So they do a lot together when she's here. And so we really can't do anything outside. But I think our summer's just so messed up with all the storms coming up from the south, the smoke coming from Canada. Friday, we couldn't even go outside. We had a warning. The air was very, very bad here. And it was gray skies, just awful. So I'm just getting stuff done inside. Oh, I like that. So I'm glad that I did that. And I think maybe but we've only been in our pool once since we opened it the middle of May. It's just nasty, 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 nasty. All right, maybe I'll put that there like that, which I like. And maybe I could put that there like that. Let me see. Then if I leave that little white space there, that could fit right up in there like that. So let's do that. I want that under and over. So let's start gluing a little bit at a time here, okay? Okay, we'll put that there. Then we'll go there. This I'm going to put here like this. I hope you all had a nice 4th of July. Like I said, today's the 3rd. But I don't think we are. We're going to our friend's house for a fish fry. Just a little different. And we're going to have a cookout here, or we're going to have a meal here before Mike and I go. I want to spend some time with the kids, but they don't want to go. They don't think of fish, having fish on the 4th of July. So they're opting to not go, which is fine. I don't blame them. And when I'm done with this, I have to make some cookies to take, because where we're going, there's going to be little kids. So I want to bring something. I'll bring some homemade chocolate chip cookies and there, we'll do that. But I don't know. It's just a very odd summer. I can't put my finger on it. But I don't know. I was talking to a woman in the grocery store yesterday, and I went to the self-checkout, and she's one of the gals there that, works in case somebody has a question at self-checkout. And, she said, have a nice 4th. And I'm like, yeah, I'll try. I said, but with this weather, she says, I know. She says, because like I said, we have the warnings where they don't want us going out. I'm going to do this. She says, I feel like it's COVID all over again. We're stuck inside. I said, I know. It's actually not good. Okay, so we have this here. So I think I'm set to glue this down. It's funny, my husband turned the TV on yesterday. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I went off to read. And he called me and he goes, look at this. I'm like, what? He says, because Nate's hot dogs, they had their hot dog eating contest on. He goes, look at it. I'm like, what am I looking at? I said, I see. Everybody's eating hot dogs. He says, no, look at the sky. I'm like, oh my gosh, where is this? It was bright, bright blue. It was like we were having a dream. And he says, it's in Coney Island. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, there's no way. I said, there's absolutely no way that can be Coney Island. So he went back. He put it on pause and he went back to see, what was going on. It was last year. I said, of course, it was 2022. It might have even been 2021. I said, of course. That's not our weather now. I haven't seen blue sky in months. I'm like, it's so freaking depressing. Oh, I just had to laugh. He was so upset because Coney Island was having absolutely beautiful weather and we're stuck here in the smog and smoke. Oh, you gotta love him. Got my feathers ruffled too. All right, so I am going to clip this off right here. I mean, I shouldn't laugh. All the poor people that have, these fires are just devastating. They've lost their homes, and from what I understand, the smoke has reached Europe as well. So misery loves company, right? All right, so we're going to put those right there, which I think will be really pretty. This is like a little mini collage, right? And we're going to put this one right here like that. And I'm going to clip. I'm going to clip that off right there. Okay. And I'm just going to drag this up to meet the end here. Bring it over just a little bit. A little bit more. Might have to bring it out and around. There we go. There. I hope I know it's kind of shiny. I hope there's not too much of a glare on that. I don't think so. Okay, so that is my collage. with my gals. And let's see, I want a larger felt marker for this. Let me see what I have here. I'm going to use my Cricut. Aha, here we go. So thank you for always being there for me when I couldn't afford a therapist. So you know what that tells you, right? That they know too much about each other, or she knows too much about her friend. So my little title here is Friends Forever, because they will take their secrets to the grave with them. So that is this week's crossword puzzle collage, which I think this one is, it's really pretty. It's fun. I got to use up some ephemera that is just laying around. I haven't used. I get to use my little flowers in these smaller items. I get to use my gals. So that is it. I hope everyone enjoyed this week's collage from me. Please remember to use your hashtag if you're doing these on YouTube, please use them in your YouTube. If you're on Instagram, I'd love to have you post your finished work on Instagram and use hashtag 2023 CW Collage. Okay. And then that way everybody will get to see what everyone else is doing. So, yeah, this is really cute. So I want to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And for all my returning gals, thank you very much. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in my next video. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.